It's a topsy-turvy world. Everyone's talking about the European Union, which is good, but they're all banging on about the wrong things, which is bad. I hear talk about how the economy will improve, or it'll get worse. I hear that wages and prices will go up, or they'll go down, or one will go up and the other will go down. I hear we'll be safer, or was it not so safe? I've forgotten. These things are all short-term, unpredictable. But if you look at Norway and Sweden, one in, one out, they're both doing pretty well. I don't really think in the short term, as far as our immediate interests are concerned, it'll make much difference either way. But that's short term, and I'm sorry to say this, quite selfish. I'm all for a bit of healthy, intelligent self-interest, but doesn't self-interest include working in and with the community which we form part of? Yes, I hear people saying, and that community is Great Britain. Well, that was the case for several hundred years. Over the last few hundred years, nations all over Europe have come together, one by one, as sovereign states. Britain wasn't the first, and came together in 1715, though a bit fell off in 1922. Italy and Germany were quite late, Norway was even later, but finally, by 1905, all the countries in Western Europe more or less were sovereign states, managing their own affairs within their own borders and trading with other sovereign states on terms both parties could accept. We managed on our own. Though it's worth remembering that the sovereign states of Europe fought each other nearly all the time for 1,000 years. That was then. Lots of killing, but we were sovereign. What's different now? What is different now is that trading groups, companies, are now the size of countries, have offices everywhere, move their funds and their resources around the world as it suits them. Criminals do the same thing. Tax evaders do the same thing. Sometimes the companies, the criminals and the tax evaders are actually the same people. Transport now covers the whole world. Environment was always international. Climate doesn't respect borders after all. But that doesn't matter, or rather didn't matter, when the human impact on the climate was much less and mostly local. But climate has now become an international affair. The outcome of all this is that our natural community, the area we need to do things together, has become much larger. Maybe we need to rethink the word sovereignty. It means independence. Actually, I ask myself, when have we ever been independent? Living creatures have always been interdependent. We all depend on each other. As we mature, can we not begin to recognise that? Can we not see that we need to manage our affairs together? That it's all too complex and too large scale for us to go on managing everything locally? How about a bit of cooperation, working together? The European Union is a place where we can do that. There's a lot that needs improving, but that's true of local and national governments too. Not to mention my private life. Remember the story of the donkeys and the piles of hay? Here it is. Why can't we be like them? It's a topsy-turvy world.